Oh, come on, Lucius. You know damn well you're not surprised.
I know you're a big person, but the thing with Yana, that's really, really good.
Hey, look, I said what I said. Now,
This one, I was showing my little legs. Gosh. I'm a little good stuff.
I was just starting to doubt us.
Okay.
There is a difference.
Trying to let y'all little folks come in. My main watchers and my ghost watchers. Trying to make sure that I could see everybody and everybody can see me at a good angle. Just hit these damn tablets, show everything. So, hi. Hi, everybody that's coming. Everybody that's on their way. I got so much going on. I'm going to put some pillows on my legs so y'all won't be distracted. Okay, this is my page. This is Princess AV. This is Adult Conversation, aka House of the Princess, unofficially. And hey, Instagram. I'm going to stay on this page on Instagram for a little while, see if anybody moves over from the other page, because I know I don't have a lot of followers yet. But those that come, how you doing? So y'all haven't seen me in a week or two, but I'm here. Tonight we're going to talk about relationship PTSD. And I know this one over here, you got a lot of light reflection on me. And I'm trying to fix that. But anyway. I'm sorry. Again, trying to give everybody a little moment to get in here. We're going to talk about relationship PTSD. Now, I'm going to go a few ways with this. It's kind of hard to get started because it seemed like I'll be telling y'all more of my business than anything. But if that's what it takes, then that's what it is. So, this started Sunday. I was talking to a friend, and we were just talking about dating in general, some things I have been into, and he says that I can't keep a man, or I don't have a man because I am too choosy. And I begged to differ. I said I feel like I'm not choosy enough. Looking at my past people I've been with or I've dated, the few relationships I've had, and I really haven't had a lot of relationships contrary to popular belief or assumptions. I felt that there are some things that I've missed. Those some things that I could have done better. There are some choices that I could have made that was better for me. And when you're on the internet or you talk to other guys, they always blame you, victim blame you. Yeah, well, you picked that nigga. You know, that's the favorite line. You picked that guy. You did this. You allowed this. You allowed that. I think that sometimes we do allow certain things, but then there are some things that are beyond our control because we meet the person's representative. It takes a long time to really get to know a person, to get to know a person's intents, to get to know what a person really feels for you, what they have intents in life. And so going back, I think that in the past, I've said this, that I am the ride or die chick. And I speak death to the ride or die chick because that's what we're taught. And I feel that we ride or die until we die. And the woman is dead and the man is going on to do other things. And it shouldn't be that way. They can do things to you. We allow guys to do things to you, to us, to be less than the man that he should be. We work with, tolerate things because we date the potential in the person versus what's before us. And I have dated the hell out of some potential and didn't get a return. And it's okay. I'm like, it's okay. And if you've dated the potential in a person, it's because you saw something in them and you saw love in them beyond what maybe even they could see. And it's okay. But now I see different. I'm not gonna sit and date all of your potential because I'm too old for that shit. You need to be on your way to something. You need to have established something. And I feel now that a lot of times I am afraid of dating or talking to certain people. Oh, and I forgot to I'm going to let you guys call and talk later if you have some input. So if you want to call or text, I knew I was forgetting something. The number is 224-325-5708. And I'm going to repeat it as I type it in the other screens. Who? This adult conversation. So you could call or text. And it's 224. And then I would mess up. If y'all just give me one moment. Or, please, y'all interrupting the whole flow. 325-5708. 224-325-5708. And for y'all again, I'm just going to put the number in. Because I'm not going to be typing all this on no iPad. It wouldn't let me do it. Thank you for the shares. So, I ended up talking to another friend about some things I was going through, my best friend. Some things that I went through and some things that I did. And we don't ever see ourselves the way other people see us. So it's good to get input and to vocalize things. Because even when you vocalize things, it makes you see things opposite of what you once did. So I had this relationship with this guy. And it's taken a lot for me to reveal this. Because it's very personal. And it was embarrassing to me. I dated this guy. And he was great. They always know how to present themselves to you. I think one reason why I do not prefer to date on Facebook or meet anybody on the internet, I was already leery before this relationship. And then after, I'm just like, ugh. I feel that men, if they can watch you, they'll watch you. And they'll try to figure out what you like, what to say, what to do. And I'm speaking men because I date men, but this is people, period. And they try to woo you and size you up in order to do what needs to be done to get to you. So this person, I don't even know how we became friends. It had to be he was a friend of a friend. Because I do not date people. Oh, I don't. Friend people on Facebook that if you're not in the industry or you don't have anything to offer me or I don't know you or have a mutual friend, then you're not getting on my page because it's personal. You have to go to my other social media accounts. So, this guy, he was on my page and for a long time, he would do the proverbial, oh, you're pretty and you're so cute and, you know, that doesn't move me, so I always move past that. So then he just kept saying, oh, I see your pictures. You look so nice. And I can't be moved because my modeling pictures, if I post them to a page, I've studied where people follow them and put them on their pages. So I'm very scary about that, and I'm skeptical. I pay attention to where my likeness goes. And a lot of perverts get a hold to it. This guy, he's, oh, you beautiful. So I just, yeah, okay, thanks. So then he started really pursuing. After a while, he took a break, then came back. I'm like, oh, this guy's persistent. He would send me poetry and all these nice things. And I think pursued me for a few months in my inbox. And I was like, okay. Then one day he was like, well, can I video chat you since you will not give out your phone number? Okay. This was before Facebook messenger video chat. So it was like Tango or something. So I said, okay. And we talked for a few minutes. And he was like, I wrote this for you. And all of this stuff. He was really, really sweet. So time went on. And then he was like, I want to take you out. I was like, well, nah, not this day. It was like Valentine's Day or something. I was like, nah, because I'm kicking it with somebody else. I'm in these streets. So it's not a good day. And he was like, all right. And then he kept pursuing. So I steady talked to him. And months later is when I actually let him take me out on a date. And it was a wonderful date. Only my friends know how far that date went. It wasn't supposed to end. It was just perfect. It was a cute, and he took me to Chili's because that's where I wanted to go. I tell you, it's not always about expense. It's the thought. Okay. So he took me out, and I was trying to stay as informal as possible. I was going to pay my half of the lunch. He was like, oh, hell no. You must be out your mind. Not with me. Okay, so we went and drove around, went to the park, did all these nice things. And he was a nice guy. And so we ended up going out for months. Every time he was supposed to meet my friends, something would happen. Over time, then the red flags came up. But I'm a forgiving person, so I curtailed around that. It would be times that, he called me all day. And he would call me all day. I worked from home. He would wake me up in the morning. He would call me on his break. He would go to school, call me from school. He would call me at night, text me, all of this stuff. It was very consistent. So one red flag that I didn't think nothing about. He said, well, he lived all the way far. He lived in Indiana. So he was like, he would come to my house, but he was like, this topic. You think he would come to my house, but he was like, well, I would video chat and see him around the house. And he would like, well, I can't really have company because I'm staying with my cousin and his girlfriend, and they prefer me not to have lady friends over. Well, it sounds like a legit excuse. So I said, that's cool. You can come over here. I video chat him in the shower, anything. He be walking around the house. Everything's all good. So then a couple of times he came up missing where he wouldn't call me for like a day or two. So I'm very sensitive to that, and it pisses me the fuck off for anybody to ignore me. So I'm talking about that's when you start to see another side of me. I'm going to let you do it once. 2 or 3 times it does something to me. So if you don't answer my calls, Avella is not going to answer your calls. And I'm sorry, I used my whole government name on this live. She's not going to answer your calls. So when I don't answer my phone, and everybody knows I answer my phone, now it's time to get nervous. Now phone's ringing. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Oh, baby, I didn't mean to do it. Just checking. Somebody's inboxing me. Well, that's nothing. Baby, I'm sorry. Or whatever. That's somebody on my page inboxing. You could text the number. So then I'll be like, I'm soft sometimes, and then I forgive you. Okay, let's start over again. I'm glad I'm wearing a bra. And then it's the same thing. We go good, and then all of a sudden it's missing. He spent the night over my house, but I figured out that he wouldn't let the sun beat him home. You telling me my bra showing it's too late now? I fixed it. So he was like a great guy, and now everything goes off. Y'all better text this number so all these devices won't go off. So we dated for a few months, and then he was going through with his job. So I said all that to say this: he would do funny things. It was weird. He would go off the grid. He would come back out onto the grid. He'd be like, "Please, baby, please, baby, please." Okay, I forgive you. He would never ask me for nothing. But one thing I didn't like is when we would go out, he would get jealous. Everybody knows first of all, I'm a very flirtatious person with anybody. I speak to everybody because that's just how I am. Here's these inboxes that y'all doing. We went somewhere. He went to go get me some pizza or something. He wanted me to drive the car. I guess he wanted to see how I drive. And we went to get some pizza. And I'm not used to men being around me on a consistent basis. So he's very protective. I have to learn sometimes you need to walk on the inside of the street because the man is going to be there. All that kind of stuff. Opening the doors. Just little stuff that when I'm with somebody, I have to become accustomed to. And of course, the guys are looking at summertime. I might have had on some shorts. And I'm speaking to everybody. And he's getting like extra protective. Like, oh, you don't want my hair. I'm like, look, damn it. I'm sorry. It's just me. This is me. This is a part of me. And I notice, y'all see my pages. You know the pictures I post, what I do. And he would get kind of defensive about this, a little jealous. And it's not, anybody who's with me, you need not be jealous because I'm with you. I chose you. You are the one I'm with. If anything, anybody knows anything about me, I'm very loyal. I'm very respectful. And if I feel like I want to be out in the streets, that's what I'm going to do. I'm an honest person. But that's the key thing. He was worried about my honesty because I found out that he wasn't honest. So one fateful Friday, he comes over my house and he was like, "Oh, baby, I lost my job." I said, "Well, wasn't you talking about quitting that job anyway? You don't like the job?" And he's like, yeah. But he had another job besides that one, so I wasn't tripping. And he was like, "I'm just having a bad day." I said, "Okay, you'll be good." I said, "Well, do you want to come over later and I'll cook dinner? We can spend some time together." And he says, "No, I'm busy." He said, "I got to get ready because I'm in this wedding tomorrow." And then I said, "Okay." I said, "Oh, your boys get married?" He was like, "Yeah, but everybody but me." Oh, I forgot an important fact. He had asked me could he move in with me. And I said no. Because the boyfriend before that fucked it up for the world. Okay? I no longer want to play house with no man. So, he really looked hurt and upset about that. And I think he kind of held that in for a long time. So, we spent some time then. It was middle of the day. We did what we were doing. And he went home. Talked to him on the phone just for a couple of minutes. The next day, I didn't really hear from him too much. I knew he was busy. He called me in the car. And he had like a terrible sinus cold or whatever. And I said, "What's wrong, baby?" He was like, "Oh, I'm sick." I was like, "Did you get drunk last night?" He was like, "Yeah, we got fucked up. We did this, that, and the other." And I'm saying, he was like, "I got to drive all the way back to the house because I forgot my belt to my suit and I'm trying to hurry up and get there. And I just looked at his face. It was terrible. And I said, well, whatever you do, don't you mess up that girl's wedding. Do you hear me? And he said, yeah, I'm getting it together. I'm going to have some tea on my way over and whatever. I said, okay. He said, I love you. Love you too, boo. Later that day, I was having problems with my phone. Fucked it up for the world. I texted, I said, show me, some pictures in your suit. I want to see how good you look. So he sent me some pictures of what's going on. Then I didn't hear from him for a couple of days. I said, what the fuck is he doing? He's pulling his shit again. Lo and behold, that was like Saturday. Tuesday. My good girlfriend, my best friend, she knew I was home because I was always home. She calls me or texts me. She didn't know if I was working or not. I said, what do you want? She sends me a picture of him. I know she had not seen him in person, and I had only posted one picture of him on the internet. And because I'm really a private person. Y'all wouldn't believe this, but I'm very private. So I said, how you get this picture? Where'd you see this at? She said, oh shit. I gotta tell you something. I said, what? She was like, you. She's like, I'm not sure, but yeah, this is bad. So I said, what? She said, this girl that I went to school with just got married on Saturday to this nigga, and it looked like him. And I need you to log into my Facebook account to verify that it's this person. I said, what? I said, I haven't heard from him in a couple of days. I said, yes, he was at a wedding this weekend. But it couldn't be that I was like, he was there. Okay. And somebody else that's on my Facebook page, she was in attendance to the wedding. And I saw the post, but she never posted any pictures. So I didn't put two and two together. So I sit on my little computer and I log in. And that motherfucker was there. And I go through all the pictures that his good girl just posted. Because, she's happy. She's in love. She just got married. I see this motherfucking picture with he's crying. And he's looking up at her so beautifully. I seen them at the altar getting married. And all of the wedding pictures was there. And of course, my heart dropped. Because I would not believe, especially at that time, that anybody would have the audacity to not only have two girlfriends, but to have a fiance and a girlfriend and try to move in with the girlfriend, but knowing you was finna get married. The residuals of this is still not done with me. I was really embarrassed because people knew me. She is 6 degrees of separation away from me. And I'm going to tell you how close in degrees of separation she is from me. Her baby daddy and I, we weren't together. But as friends, we all, with my best friend, a couple of other family members, baby daddy, all of us lived in a house together. So, she is friends with one of my friends. Yeah, that's how people get killed. Oh, I had some thoughts in my head. Almost did something. I'll get to that. She's friends with my best friend. Or associates anyway. I think they're like best friends, good friends to somebody that we went to school with that's one of his best friends. Like this chain. My best friend's baby daddy is the cousin to my baby daddy. Like all of them hang together. And this whole thing just blew up in my face. And I could not understand how that happened because I'm like, but I watch him shower in the morning. But he knew to call me after she went to work. I'm like, but he's always gone. He's in school. He calls me all the time. But those few times that he would go ghost is because he had to spend those special days with her. And one of them, he sent me a picture when I went through her page, through my friend's page. It was a picture of him, at the engagement shower. There were a lot of double things. And he also had another Facebook page, which I guess she was blocked from, that she couldn't see what he was doing. I had even seen her in a picture with him, but it was so casual that I didn't put it together that he may have had anything with her. So some of the signs were there, but when men say you picked a person or they tell you a liar is a motherfucking liar, okay? And it doesn't matter how long it takes. You're talking about, this was from a span of 9 months. 9 months before I found out what was really going on. Now, people are talking. The worst thing happens is pillow talk. And people tell secrets. And if I tell you this, are you going to keep a secret? And then that person tells this person that you got to keep a secret. So now I do my investigation. I'm broken from this. Like, because that was like the worst shit ever. So now I'm just sitting there looking stupid. And my friends are trying to figure out, how did this go on? How do we salvage this? And I said, well, I can't believe he just asked me, could he move in with me? And looked really heartbroken because I said no. So we go to the next thing. Now, my best friend told her baby daddy. All these people went to school together. I didn't go to school with her. My best friends tell her baby daddy. Her baby daddy tells his best friend, which is the girl's baby daddy. Out of nowhere, I get this call from him. And he was like, are you okay? I was like, well, yeah. He said, well, I know the type of person that you are and that you've always been. He said, I know that you didn't do that on purpose. And he said, I don't like the dude. He's a bitch ass nigga. These are his words. And he said, fuck him. He was like, I hope she gets what she deserves. I've never liked him, and it's better that you found out. And, just keep your head up. I said, okay. Now the week is going by. Her people on the other side are like, wow, why didn't we find this out before they got married? At least we could have told her, your nigga's a dog, right? Let's stop the wedding. But the plot thickens. So, I'm still hurt. I'm boo-hooing. And I feel stupid. Somebody tells her about me. And it was like your friend. I'm like, that's not my friend. That's not that person. They just got the same name. And I try not to name names because y'all get to guessing. We'll just say Amy. Okay? They said Amy told her about you, whatever. I said, no, that's not my Amy. That's another Amy. I don't know who this person is. And that just goes to show you about people talking and sharing. So Amy told this girl. I don't know what happened between the two of them, but full circle, it comes back to my friend. My friend talks to her. I'll tell you what happened with that in a minute. But in the meantime, I investigate his friends because I'm kind of crazy. If I stalk you, that's it. I'm going to find out what it is. So, I called a girl that I saw on a Facebook post when he said he was dating me. And she wrote something under the caption. And she's still my Facebook friend to this day. Like, oh, you got you one. You know, something real snide. And I asked him about it. Oh, he was like, yeah, we did used to mess around. She crazy. I said, okay, let me ask her. I casually asked her, you mind talking to me? She was like, nah, girl. You cute. She go both ways. So she was really into it. So I talked to her. She said, yeah, we was messing around. I did the timeline. It was right before me, not too long before we really started dating, but it was during the time that he was pursuing me. I said, okay. She said, yeah, we did some. We messed around. She said, what happened was I ended up talking to his girl, and they did a nice Barbara and Shirley conversation, and she gave me some good intel. She said, well, his girl knows that he cheats on her, and she told him, well, go ahead and get the cheating out of your system. Because he did a bid, and he felt that, I guess he had to catch up with lost time. I don't know how much pussy you can get. But he promised her that when they got married, he would stop cheating on her. He also would misuse her. This is another form of abuse. She accepted. She said he spends all his money on women and hoes, and I have to control his money in order to make sure that he's going to pay the bills, and don't spend all his money on frivolous things, because he'll spend his check and then he won't have gas money to get to work. It's financial abuse. It's emotional abuse. And I be damn, motherfucker, you would walk to work fucking around with me. And I'm going to try to watch my language here. She also had GPS on his phone. Well, that's what she told my friend. So let's go to that. So the other girl had a highly sexual relationship with him mostly. That was it. But she told me that the girl watches him, and she trusted that when they got married that he would stop cheating. So now my best friend talks to her, and she tells her, my best friend is in love with your husband, and I've never seen her like this in a very long time. Like, he was discussing having kids with her, and told her what wedding colors he wanted and things of this nature, that he really wanted to be with her. And this is no response. I felt that as a woman that you would have compassion on another woman, but there was none. She said it was like talking to a brick wall. She said that I found out he was going to swingers parties and he was a sexual deviant. She said, do you know your husband is into that life, into the lifestyle? And because the other girl, she's into the lifestyle, so she gave me tea. And she was like, he likes to fuck on the nasty girls. So that's why I stopped messing with him. She said, well, no, I didn't know that, and it is what it is. And he told me that when we got married, he was going to stop cheating. I called him up with another girl, and she said, I have the GPS on his phone, so I know where he is. I know where he was, but V lives near another girl he was messing around with, so I assumed that it was another girl. It wasn't a new woman. Wow. She said, you know this and you still tolerate this. She said, well, I told him a few months ago, well, we done paid for this wedding, so we might as well go through with it. For me, there's no amount of money there is no amount of money that would motivate me to willfully go through with pledging my life to someone when I'm worried about saving face or embarrassment. She could have saved herself so much by just letting that nigga go. I don't really, I don't have as much compassion for her as I would have or I did if she had compassion for me. But I still have a heart because I don't think anybody deserves that type of treatment. I know I don't deserve the treatment that I got. But she was so cold-hearted about it. And my friend pleaded to her. She was like, I'm so sorry about this. I'm so sorry that you married this man and he did you like this. And she says, well, we together now, basically. We finna live our life together. And Karma's a bitch on all fronts. So what she did is she had him change his phone number a couple of days after the wedding, so I didn't have his phone number. She didn't know I had other ways to contact him. He blocked me from social media, as he should have. So I get this number, this erroneous number calls me. I usually do not answer the phone. It's weird, say pick up the phone. I look at this number, and it's him. Hello? Yeah. And it was the driest call from him that I had ever received. And I knew it was bullshit because I hadn't done anything to him. So he said, well, I'm just calling to let you know that it's over. And as soon as I was about to go in on him, it clicked. This bitch is standing over him and told him to call. And he calling me like a little puss-ass little boy. Okay. Sis, you're not going to get that out of me. I said, oh, okay. And he was like, I'm sorry. For what happened. But it's over. Horrible. Just horrible. Okay. And then my spiritual side kicked in. Even as mad and as hurt as I was, I said, okay. I said, let me tell you something. I said, I don't really accept that. But when you're ready to apologize for real, you can call me. I'll be here. But you're going to suffer. I have nothing else to say. Three months later, Thanksgiving Day, he calls me on social media. And I was just laying there. And I looked at my phone. And I did not want to hear from him. Pick up the phone, Bella. Pick up the phone. Okay. This man is sitting in the dark. It's Thanksgiving Day, so you could hear all of the people in the background. His head is on the desk. And he says, I'm sorry. I really fucked up my life. So, okay. What do you want me to say? I said, well, you made your bed and you have to lie in it. He was like, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have treated you like that. I know that apology was terrible, that I shouldn't have called you like that. She made me do it. He said, but, especially after you rejected me, I just didn't know how to tell you the truth. I'm like, you just You had plenty of time to tell me the truth. Every time I broke up with you, you asked me back. You begged me back. That was your out. You could have gotten out. But you were engaged the whole time that you pursued me. You knew you were getting married to this woman. The whole time he pursued me, he was engaged. She has a son. And she told my friend that she didn't want to have babies with him. That was out of the question. She was done. And I knew he really wanted a child. I was younger then, so, you know, I was open to the suggestion. So, he begged me back. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do with my life. Blah, 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 blah. Fast forward. Oh, that's that. I need to put some air in it. Fast forward. They stayed together 2 years. She had weight loss surgery. And they divorced. He cheated on her several times during that relationship. Even with prostitutes. Told me. Fast forward to today. She has a child with someone else. He has a child with someone else. He also unknowingly has had sex with some of my friends. So he's a community penis piece. And I found out, you know, that he slept with some of my friends, and we did comparative notes. And he almost got his ass beat by the way he was talking to my friends or what have you. He did some shit. I just don't like him. Over the years, he has continued to try to get back with me. For a while, like clockwork, every 3 to 6 months, I would randomly see him. I would randomly hear from him. I have a friend request sitting in my box right now from him. Just about 2-3 months ago, if that, he DM'd me on social media. Hey, how you doing? I miss you. And I've had it. And this is not a recent thing. This is, I'm not going to tell the approximate time, but it's more than 5 years ago. This is a very old type thing. Way more than 5 years ago. Almost 10. He said, I miss you. I said, what? The fuck you miss? Like, I don't even talk to you. Like, it infuriated me. And he was like, no matter what happened, you still is in my heart. You're a good person. And my innate sense for everybody, I'm a nigga, fuck you, okay? But I have to get myself under control. You have to learn day by day to release anger, release hurt. When you think you've forgiven, you find out some days that you have not forgiven, or there's a little tinge of something in there. But I did say my piece. He triggered me. He said something like, black women always want to hold things against you. That was so long ago. I said, nigga, I still gotta live that. You know, people still whisper about that. People still know about that. I still have to deal with that today. How dare you tell me what I need to do? And I'm not black women. Don't do that to me. I am me, and this is it. Okay? Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to come up on no pussy. I was just trying to see how you are. Nigga, please don't insult my intelligence. What was the point of speaking to me and talking about you miss me if you wasn't trying to get with me? Like, who does that? That was the first thing you said. You don't miss me. You don't even know me. You don't know the person I am today. We don't talk. It's nothing to miss. these situations like this, and that's just one thing that I've been through. And I've said that to speak on the PTSD part. Sometimes your heart can only take so much. You can only deal with so much heartache. You can only deal with so much heartbreak. You can only deal with so much emotional turmoil, embarrassment. One thing for me about that was big. It was the embarrassment behind that. I was embarrassed. I felt embarrassed because I felt like I looked like a fool publicly. This is like Kevin Hart's wife. If you watched the documentary, you know that nigga cheated before, but it was one thing when we had to handle it internally. But she said, now you done cheated on me in public and you've embarrassed me in public. And that's a horse of a different color. It's a feeling of a whole different color. If you had asked me to tell anybody about this years ago, I could not. I don't even know if last year I could have spoke of this situation. Because it was really hard on me and it was really hard for me. This is why y'all keep talking to me about dating people on the internet. I am very leery. I don't want to talk to you. Because people can make themselves into whatever they want on social media. And he had a whole entire different life on social media. I have watched him do it several times, even after we stopped talking on social media. I've seen him on my friend. I was like, who the fuck? Why is he talking to her? Girl, no, not him. I don't know if he's changed. I don't feel that he probably has grown as he should, because I just get that inkling because I see him in the groups in the internet occasionally. And to know that people are like that, to know that people can treat you like that and be so heartless. Y'all wonder why I'm so hard on men, because I know what you are capable of. And people are capable of way worse. The horror stories I hear, people being murdered, raped, followed. Niggas will stalk the shit out of you. All from the internet. And I'm not saying that you can't meet a crazy person in person, but I will tell you that internet, me seeing you in person, see where you live, see what you do, and getting a good vibe from you, seeing your spirit in person, this weighs way higher on my list than you in my DMs, because I'm all shut up.
Motion detected at the Princess AV door.
It's scary out here for me. It's scary out here for me. I see so many people date and come up with this trash. And they be like, I thought this guy worked here. And I thought this guy worked there. Or I thought this person does this, that, and the other. Even I've discussed some things about the lesbian community. I am not lesbian. I do not sleep with women. But I am somehow keen on what goes on with the gay girls. And all of them be dating everybody, and it's too close of a community. And I see people do some horrible things to one another. And at the end of the day, people are people. And I wonder, like, what kind of heart do you have that you can just do these things to people and not care that it's about sex is a primary factor versus the person's heart, how you treat a person, how you leave them emotionally. It's nothing between my legs that's more powerful than my mind and my heart. It's not as valuable. My well-being and my mental well-being is way more valuable than some penis. And if you get pussy, whatever, that's on you. And for me, it has done the reverse. I stay alone more than I stay with a person. Because the minute I see some things now, I'm just completely turned off. If you talk to me the wrong way, I'm completely turned off. And I no longer can take abuse or heartbreak in a way that I probably could when I was younger. Because I could deal with the shit and I could bounce back. But you're playing with my life now. And I want to tell y'all, stop playing with people's life. You're playing with their life when you play with their mind and you play with their emotions. This nigga. And I will tell you that it's a blessing that I have God now. Because if I didn't, I would probably be under the jail. Or I would probably be in the psych ward. Because I would have done something to these people. I figured out where he lived. And I knew where he lived. And I had went across state lines to get some gas. And I really do have these people on my conscience sitting on my shoulders. Because I'm a Gemini. And it really does. They talk to me in my subconscious. Every day. Especially when I'm angry. So one side, I'm still sore. This was the same week. I should go over to that motherfucker's house. Him and that bitch. Because I knew that they didn't go on no honeymoon. They were waiting. It's about a couple of days after the wedding. I should go knock on his door. And say, what's up? You want to talk about it? And punch him in the face. Then the other side kicked in. Oh yeah, so y'all can know somebody's writing. One of the biggest challenges and problems of the world today is that people no longer want to know one another's life story, which will give them the answer to why they do the things that they do. The other side of me said, girl, don't you go over there and do nothing because you're across state line. And you can't go to jail. Why would you mess up your life like that? Ain't nobody gonna, and you got the kind, nobody gonna come and get you that quick. Don't do it. I said, okay. I had some raunchy pictures of him. See, now they got a thing about revenge porn. I said I should go to Walgreens, print them up. And put them on all the cars in the complex. And put his name and her name across it. Because I was mad at her at this point now. Because she didn't give a fuck about my feelings. She was like, whatever, she's just another bitch. That's the way she acted. So I said, okay. I'll do that. And I was like, nah. And then I found out about the women. And when my revenge in my head goes way beyond little people's revenge. Like, I'm crazy. So I'm driving. I said, I got one better. Right there on the expressway. Right there by the bridge on 127th Street. I said, for $30, I could take out a billboard and put his funky ass on there with his phone number and his likeness and let everyone know how big of a damn dog he was as they're driving on the interstate coming into Chicago. I said, yeah, that would be great. And I really, really, really contemplated on doing that. The other side said, well, why would you spend your money on that? Things are tight. Like, why would you do that? Don't do it. And then God talks to me about my revenge all the time. And I just had to sit and be mad. And I had to sit and cry. And my sister, she comes to my room one day. I was just by myself. I was upset. And my pillow's trying to get over. And she says, I don't understand why you so upset. Y'all was only going together for a few months. And I was like, she was like, you don't know enough for that. And I'm like, you really just don't understand. You just don't. And I do love and care for him. We grew close. And I'm very guarded about my heart because if I open my heart to a person, I do fall fast. If I decide to be there with you. So she really didn't get it, but I was really hurt. And I think, again, the embarrassment took over the hurt as well. But God says, don't do it. Don't do anything to him. Because when you get your revenge, then he can't do what he needs to do. And he would be the tormentor, not me. It is revenge because I was going to do something to him. Oh, he was going to pay. I knew where he worked at, where he went to school at, all that. I was going to go on a rampage. It was going to be some revenge, okay? I was going to embarrass the fuck out of him like he embarrassed me. And her too, because I also know her tea. She's a pastor's child. And she sang in a big choir. Me and her had like a lot of likenesses. She sang in a big choir. And she was churchy. And so he had this double life where he would just go to church and be the good guy. I was going to get them two together. Since you want to be heartless, bitch, I got you too. Y'all one. So you want to be one. Y'all going to be one together in one big ass embarrassment. That's what's going to happen. So you talking about a whole conglomerate of things. It wasn't now just him that my anger was directed towards. It was him and her. Because not only did it represent what you told me you wanted to give to me, but it also represented that neither one of y'all had any compassion in your heart to stop and say, maybe this is not the way we're supposed to go. This is not what we're supposed to do. And that woman, I expected for her to not only have compassion for me as another woman who goes through stuff. And I know her baby daddy fucked her over because I know this nigga, okay? He was living with me when he got her pregnant. I knew what he was out there doing, okay? So I expected more compassion from that. And yeah, he was fucking... See, I can't say these names. But another person that we stayed with, he was actively having sex with her. So, and I think she might have got pregnant too. So, the fact that you could say that you have God in your heart and you're a woman of God and you're a woman and nothing stopped you in your conscience to say this ain't right. Or you had the Spirit of the Lord in you and nothing stopped you to say this ain't the man for me. So guess what? That karma came on her. And it was him. He treated her terribly. Terribly. She could have stopped her own fate. But I didn't. When I black out and I don't like you, I don't like your offspring. I don't like the fact that your mama didn't swallow. Like, it was one of those few people in the world. The only reason why I didn't hate him is because I had already went through that session with God saying that I would never hate another person in this life. But I was there. You're welcome. You telling the whole world thank you. I mean, I hope I hope they heard that too. Yeah, he make me sick. So it was just so many layers to that. So when men say certain trigger words to me, it gives me red flags. When they behave a certain way, it gives me red flags. Especially when you ignore me. That's the quickest way to send me out the door. I don't have no No second thoughts, because it's no reason. It better be a good reason. You're going to have to keep giving me reasons. And don't make me look for a reason. So, I'm more territorial than I used to be. I try not to be jealous because I'm not a jealous person. I don't like anybody walking around being jealous of me because of my personality. But it is scary out here when you're dating. It's extremely scary. I know I am not the only person that's out here feeling this way. Men will use you for sex, and I'm just astounded in 2020 what a man will do for some coochie, as much as women are passing it out like Tic Tacs. But they go above and beyond to use you and to misuse you. I am in my prime right now. I am at my sexual peak. I'm right there. I can be hot as a pepper pudding. At the same time, I am turned off to men just about. Their behavior, it just sickens me. And it doesn't take anything. It doesn't cost you anything, to be honest. And I know that I'm a very open-minded person. I'd rather you tell me the truth any day and let me deal with it. Give me my choice. We could talk about it. I'm not going to go off on you until you have taken it to the next level and you've lied to me in a manner that I feel that you just can't come back from. Somebody said, I am not alone, and they feel this. Thank you. I think there's some things you just can't come back from. There are some things, well, first of all, let me change that. I can forgive everything. Honesty is expensive. It is. But some things you don't have to do in the first place. I can forgive anything. Because God says so. I've went through my punishment of not forgiving people. And I'll never go back. I'll never go back. No matter how angry I get, how much I want to hurt you, stab you, kill you, whatever. I'll learn to work through that. But I'm not going to hate nobody. Because I don't want to go through worse punishment for some shit you did. To make me do some shit willfully. I'm not going to do it. So I've chosen, I'm going to forgive. It doesn't take me long to forgive. But forgetting, letting go, processing it, those are the hard things. And that healing, it does not happen overnight. I am a person that is steady healing every day. And every time I think I'm healing, here come another nigga doing something stupid to me, to upset me, unwarranted behavior. We can see you. Unwarranted behavior that might put me back in this mind. Remember when so-and-so did this to you. Remember so-and-so did that to you. My biggest trigger is cheating. Entertaining other women. Because if I date a man, I'm not entertaining other men. I have bullshit artists that come every now and then, but I don't have men coming at me like that on a consistent basis. I know men tell me, you ain't got no man, what do you mean? Nobody be trying to talk to me when I open my mouth. Okay, first of all, y'all want dumb women, and that's something that I'm not, okay? Y'all trying to hear the sex talk real quick. That's something I'm not doing. You got to earn this little piece. A little piece of heaven, a little water works. You got to work for it. It don't come easy. And then that turns men off. If you come on too strongly, no. V says no. I don't have time for you. I'm already done half the research as soon as you went in my DMs. Where you work at? who you with. When the last time you was in a picture with a woman? Who is that woman? How many times you've been married? Where you stay? Where you work? I have posted this, but I feel like I'm very serious that I am to the point where I want to do a background check on the next person that wants to seriously date me. And that's a fact. I had to do a background check on my baby daddy, and my baby was a teenager. I'm like, who is this woman he's with that he got my son around? Who is she? Like, I am leery of people. They scare me. You don't know who's doing what. And I have a daughter. These niggas be quick to sleep with your children. All kind of stuff. Like, I've put my dating agenda on the back burner a whole lot. I'm not saying I haven't been with nobody, but I have put it on the back burner a whole lot when it came to raising my children. Because one, I didn't want my kids to have 50 uncles. You know how that goes. Dating this person and dating that person. Oh, mama with this nigga now. No, that's not me. Because especially I'm raising a daughter. And you have to raise them up with some type of standards. And you have to raise them up to know that you can't lay down with everybody. Your children don't need to meet all the people that you're with. And that's a fact. You need to protect them more than that. So my children, neither one of them can ever say, oh, mama had... I don't think they've seen me with more than 3 people. I think somewhere in that area. Their whole life. And the ones they saw me with were consistent people. People that I thought maybe that I would have a future with. So, you have to be leery of that. I'm scared. I'm scared of some man looking at me and looking at my daughter. Because you think that you know this person. You think they're doing the right thing. And then, my daughter just walked past. Y'all just saw her stomach. They think that shit is sexy. The R. Kellys of the world. And worse. They'll sleep with you. Wait till you go to sleep. Wait till you go to work. And then go sleep with your kids. I'm scared of that. And I do trust God. But we still have to make logical decisions and choices. So no, I'm not anxious to be around no motherfucker of any kind. Because these are factors that as a single parent you have to deal with. And so I put my stuff on the back burner to raise my kids. To raise them the right way. And to raise them to be good individuals. And I want, now the tables are turned. They're older. They like, okay, mom, go find you somebody. Go get you some business. That type of thing. But it's not an easy thing. So yes, if y'all want to share, I'm still open to share for a few minutes. I have been cheated on so much. And I was going to make a little video. I think I'm still going to make that about cheating. Cheating or emotionally misused so much that I don't know how to deal with it anymore. I don't stay. Let's see what you're talking about. I don't stay, but then you still, I can't read that right now. This is pictures. You deal with just the trauma of it all. That situation I've just talked about, that was very traumatic for me. Again, because I wouldn't think anybody was capable of doing anything like that to another person. When people cheat on you, well, everybody knows about this cheating episode. My ex cheated on me with a friend. I fed this lady. She sat and broke bread with me. We went out together. And she started sleeping with my boyfriend. Y'all counting down. I'm not going to come back on Instagram because I'm almost done. But thank you guys for watching. And continue to watch. Please like the other page, Princess AV613. I'm trying to swim everybody over there. I thank you and I appreciate you. You guys have a good night. Yeah. We have a caller that says, I have PTSD with folks grabbing me and not consenting. I can agree with that. I have this thing, men try to hug me. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I know you deal with it way further than what I do. But I have this thing, people try to hug me or they want to touch on me. I do not like men to touch on me at all. At all. And I think that may have some remnants of sexual abuse. I don't know. But I don't like people touching on me or becoming familiar with me without my permission. I do hug. I am a very affectionate person. But no. So I can understand it. And, you know, they want to grab on your boobs, grab on your butt and think it's okay. It's not okay. And yeah, I'm surprised you don't slap the crap out of some people when they do it. Oh, wow. Somebody's offering me an opportunity watching this video. God is good. That's what I want. I don't like people touching me. So y'all know this now. Don't touch me. Especially with the coronas out here. Don't touch me if I don't ask you to touch me or tell you that it's okay. My daggone credit score probably going down because I'm over my credit card limit. That's something different though. Sorry about that. But I don't like to be touched. I don't like to be talked to a certain way. The immediate turn off for me is sexual talk too early. If I have not given you maybe the inkling that I'm sexually attracted to you or that I'm thinking something sexually, it's immediate turn off. Men love to look at my pictures or look at the stuff I've done and they be like, oh yeah, I know you sexy. Hey, sexy. No. I've been a victim of sexual assault for sure. But yeah, I hate that shit. That is definitely a PTSD. People think PTSD is really only for veterans and things of that nature. No, you got so many forms. And I think black women especially. Women deal with it, but black women especially, we deal with PTSD in a whole different genre. And we deal with it more than people want to acknowledge and give us credit for. When I'm always an advocate for black women. I'm also an advocate for black love. I love to see people in love. The only thing that has kept me from probably giving up on a lot of stuff and giving up totally is that because I have many examples of black men and women that are together, that are married, that are faithful to one another. And I'm not saying they don't have trials and tribulations, that they don't fight, that some of them have been on the verge of breaking up or whatever. But they make it, and they're inspiring to me. There are many times right now, I don't know if it's in the cards for me. It's just the way it is. It's not that I don't have faith in things changing. I just don't necessarily know if it's in the cards for me. Because the older I get, the probability goes down. And the more I see these people out here on the internet and in the world, and they talk the way they talk, I lose faith. I lose desirability for any of them. It makes me sad, if anything, because I'm like, this is what's out here to choose from. I have to deal with people who are dishonest. I have to deal with people who are sexual deviants. It's like, why? And let me tell you something. Even if somebody told me the truth, let me know that they were polyamorous, that's in a whole different vein. Give me my choice. I believe a lot more people in this era now are polyamorous or don't believe in monogamy. Don't lie to me. Just don't lie to me. And I've been lied to so much for no reason. I know I'm a good chick. I'm faithful. I have never cheated on anyone that I've ever been with, and that's a fact. Hell yeah, give me a Brad. Let him treat me right. I don't want to. I don't want to go outside my race and not date my black king. But if Brad came and treated me right, I sure would. I ain't never had one, but I'll try it. The question was, would you consider dating outside of your race? Another conversation for another day. No, we talk about yes. No, I mean, okay, let's be clear about the sexual deviance. You know, if you're a little bit freaky, I can get with that. And I would be super freaky for the person that was with me and that we could grow together. And I knew he belonged to me, and I knew that I belonged to him, and we were in a trusted space. The sexual deviancy I'm talking about is just straight up perverts. You know, I've dated a person that had no regard to my body and the turmoil that I was going through already, and wished to have sex every day, multiple times a day, and regardless of what I had to do, like in life. And I know some of y'all be in the groups like, yeah, I want to do it every day. No, your pussy needs to rest, okay? It needs to rest. That's why I still have my walls, okay? And they're tight. Because you don't need to be working them wide every day. I'm not a prostitute. Okay? Then, if I was on my menstrual, well, you got your hands in your mouth and your ears. No. It became to you just interested in your pleasure. Hell no. Get out of my face. I don't want you. Go. I literally got mad when I'm like, you need to go find you somebody else. And I said it just like that. Go find you a piece. Go find your girlfriend, because I'm not the one. I'm not the one for you. You're not going to wear out my body. You're not going to misuse me. And you're not going to go to the point that you don't care about if I'm engaged in this situation. I'm just a vessel. No. My womb means a lot to me. Okay? Again, the guy we're talking about, he's in the lifestyle and then dishonest about being in the lifestyle as deep as he was. And then you find out that he would sleep with a prostitute, that he's sleeping with real hoes. Like the girl said, he had sex with one of the nasty people. These type of sexual deviance. If you a person that's into kink, that's cool. You're not going to hog tie me, but, I think that's just a vein that just depends on the person. But when you are just obsessed with sex, that's what I'm talking about. When it becomes meaningless and you just got to get off all the time, no. I'll be trying to figure out what else are you doing with your life, at those times. You don't have anything else to look forward to during the day other than getting a nut. No. My susu is worth waiting for. Because when you get it, it's a gift. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. And it's wonderful to open up. So, It's not something. It's like when our generation, when you went to McDonald's, it was special because you didn't go to McDonald's every day. Your mama said you could eat at home, but when you went to McDonald's, you was happy. You was extra happy because you wanted the Happy Meal. This is my Happy Meal, okay? Okay, it gives you all of that wonderful feeling that yes, I get to hit it today. Okay, that's the way my coochie is. So no, you can't just have it every time you think you want it. Now, if I was married, then I have to be a little bit more lenient. I'm not even a holder of the coochie, and this is what I'm saying about you can never do enough. I'm I do decent, in the bed, so I hear. I do decent. I cook, I clean, I try to clean. I work hard. I'm open-minded. I listen. I'm loving. I try to be everything that I would want in a person. I'm God-fearing. Could they have the camera so far up behind her? Excuse me, I'm watching Botched. I try to give out what I want back, and I don't seem to get it. And so that's emotionally traumatic for me because, I wonder sometimes what have I put out in the universe, if anything, have I done for people to treat me the way that they have treated me. And that's only one thing, 1.5 thing that I talked about. So, yeah, I'm no good. Just about. I'm no good. So, I try to be as nice as I can, but I'm straightforward about the way I feel. And anybody who deals with me, they need to be transparent as well. If you a hoe, just, let me know so I can make the changes. Or I can choose, where I am in my life. Maybe I want to deal with a hoe. Maybe I don't. But, I'm a relationship type of person. I want to love you and love you. Not love you and you loving all these other people. I want to love you and you to love me. And I am very fearful that that's not out there too much these days. It's just not. At least it's not advertised. So this is not something to try to get y'all in my DMs because I'm good, okay? But it's something to tell people. People have said that I help them. Some people pick these topics. I pick these topics up off of Facebook, off the internet, off of different things that people tell me or I see. So I'm going to kind of close this out. I really do thank y'all for watching and listen to me. I think I'm going to put this one up on YouTube. I ask that you guys like and share my videos. I need 992 YouTube subscribers. And I need them as soon as possible. I need to get them this year so that I can upgrade my page, House of the Princess. So I'm asking everybody to really start following my social media pages. It would really help me a lot. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did. House of the Princess. That's my YouTube page. Even if you've seen this stuff, I'm going to start putting exclusive things on there as well when I start my other shows in a couple of months. I need subscribers. I need likes and watches. Even if you just click the video a little bit and click off. I just need some views and some likes. And I need some subscribers. I need 1,000 subscribers. So please tell your friends to subscribe just to help a sister out. She's trying to get her money on it. Trying to follow her dreams finally. and do some things that she wants to do. So also my Instagram, the new Instagram, is Princess AV613. And you can find the link to that on my regular Princess N2K Instagram page. She's nasty, Wayne. We're gonna talk about this. Sorry. It's a whole nother live. Okay. Princess AV613. That's the new IG page. That's where all my videos will be. My new stuff will be on there. Twitter, Princess N2K, it's the same. And then, of course, those who are on my regular Facebook page, if you could like my fan page, I know a lot of you do. Thank you. The Princess AV page, a lot of the social media content will start going on there. But then if you're my real friend, there are certain things on there that they won't see as a friend on my page. So I just need you guys to support me as much as you can. Even if you don't like me, just support me. I do appreciate it. And I get notifications as the subscriptions and the likes are coming. Like, it makes me feel good when people comment or inbox me. I'm always surprised by certain things people say or they bring to me. So it's never, at least at this point in my life, where I'm like, yeah, it's all that. Like, it really makes me feel some type of way. It makes me feel good. And it makes me feel honored that some of y'all are listening to what I have to say, or that it helps somebody. So as long as these things are happening, I will keep going. So I appreciate y'all again on YouTube, House of the Princess. The fan page's Adult Conversation Group will officially be House of the Princess as soon as I do the graphic for it. And Princess AV. So I thank you guys so much. I love y'all. DM me about topics that you would like for me to talk about, or if you want me to do a short video about it, I'm doing that. And if you have some contributions to You Are Trash, I will accept them and I will review them, or forward me stuff you see. I'll evaluate them and do videos about it. So I thank you. I love you guys. Bye-bye.